subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Live Law.
Hello and welcome to Courts This Week. I'm Sanya for Live Law and it's time for legal updates of week 3 of July 2020. Lots of important legal developments ensued in the week, so without wasting much time, let's dive in. Top court updates first. In the ongoing Rajasthan versus Sachin Pilot saga, Supreme Court has refused to stay the Rajasthan High Court proceedings and observed that it has decided to hear in detail the Speaker's challenge against High Court direction to extend the time for filing replies by the rebel Congress MLAs. A bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra said that the special leave petition filed by the Speaker C.P. Joshi will be heard on Monday, observing that serious questions related to democracy are involved in the matter. The Supreme Court on Wednesday issued notice to Advocate Prashant Bhushan asking him to show cause as to why contempt of court proceedings should not be initiated against him over his tweets on the judiciary. A bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra took cognizance of two tweets made by Prashant Bhushan on the social media portal Twitter on June 27 and June 29. Court also issued notice to Attorney General for his assistance in the case. Twitter appeared in the case as well. This happened because a lawyer had, prior to the court taking suo motu cognizance of the issue, filed a plea seeking criminal contempt against Bhushan for posting a tweet which was allegedly against CJI Bobde, bases a photograph of him on a bike. And the court thus held up Twitter India for accountability as to why these tweets weren't taken down. Twitter's counsel submitted that it shall in fact take down the tweets after the court orders it. Incidentally, Twitter has already taken the tweets down. The matter is now listed for further consideration on August 5. The Supreme Court approved the constitution of an inquiry commission headed by Justice B.S. Chauhan, former Supreme Court judge, to probe into the genuineness of the encounter killing of UP gangster Vikas Dubey. The Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, who appeared for the government of Uttar Pradesh, suggested the name of Justice Chauhan. The SG also suggested the name of former Director General of Police K.L. Gupta to be a part of the probe team. He also submitted that all background checks have been conducted for the former DGP. The court was hearing a batch of pleas seeking formation of a central agency-led probe into gangster Vikas Dubey's encounter case. Court had asked the government to suggest names of a retired Supreme Court judge and a retired police official to form part of the commission, which is already conducting an investigation into the issue formulated on behest of the government itself. Thus, the two suggested names have been added to the commission. Top Court took up the 11-year-old contempt case against Advocate Prashant Bhushan relating to his remarks against Supreme Court judges in an interview given to Tehelka magazine in 2009, where he allegedly said that half of the 16 Chief Justices were corrupt. As per the complaint filed by Salve, Bhushan also said in the interview that he had no proof of the allegations. Salve also alleged that Bhushan made a serious imputation against the then Chief Justice S.H. Kapadia by stating that he had heard a matter involving Sterlite Company despite holding shares in it. The complaint was filed by Salve through an interlocutory application filed in the Sterlite case, in which he was the amicus. Court adjourned the case and will now take it up on August 5th. The Supreme Court took suo motu cognizance of the financial difficulties being faced by lawyers due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde was hearing a plea filed by the Bar Council of India which sought for directions to the centre, state and union territory governments for financial assistance to lawyers on account of losses faced due to the decreasing litigation work in wake of the coronavirus-induced pandemic. The Supreme Court on Monday imposed a fine of Rs 1 lakh each on all petitioners while dismissing two PILs seeking protection and conservation of ancient remains and artifacts which are found while digging the land around the birthplace of Lord Ram in Ayodhya during construction of the temple. Miffed with the plea, the three-judge bench comprising Justice Arun Mishra, B.R. Gawai and Krishna Murari said that the pleas were an attempt to stall the implementation of the Ayodhya land dispute verdict and consequently deemed it frivolous. The Supreme Court on Monday reserved orders in the plea by Department of Telecommunications seeking to allow telecom companies to make payments of the AGR dues in a staggered fashion over 20 years. The bench also made it clear that it shall not entertain any objections for reassessment of AGR in light of the decision already passed by the top court in October 2019 and directed Reliance Communications, Systema, Sham Teleservices and Videocon to submit their insolvency details within 7 days as well. Supreme Court has granted 6 months extension to Commission conducting probe into the Hyderabad encounter case for completing its report and submitting it. This application was filed by the Inquiry Commission itself. High Courts and other courts. Holding the writ petition filed by Sachin Pilot group of Repel MLAs maintainable, the Rajasthan High Court has framed 13 questions of law. One of the main questions include whether in the facts and circumstances of the present case, paragraph 2(1)(a) of the 10th schedule of the Constitution is violative, in particular to the basic structure of the Constitution, including the fundamental right of freedom of expression guaranteed by Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution and thus void. Now, the Supreme Court is also scheduled to hear on Monday, July 27, the petition filed by Rajasthan's Speaker against the July 21 order of the High Court directing the extension of time for filing of reply to the notices of the Speaker. The Allahabad High Court on Wednesday took suo motu cognizance of plight of minor girls in UP's Chitrakoot, alleging that they were forced to trade off their bodies to survive the lockdown-induced financial crisis. The bench, comprised of Chief Justice Govind Mathur and Soumitra Dayal Singh, has issued notices to the District Magistrate and Chairman, District Legal Services Authority, Chitrakoot, based on a letter petition sent by Supreme Court Advocate Dr. Abhishek Atre. As reported by India Today as well, minor girls from poor tribal families were forced to work in illegal mines for survival. But the contractors and middlemen don't pay their wages easily. These girls are forced to trade off their bodies in exchange for meager wages. Mother publishing video of children painting on her nude body. Kerala High Court prima facie says that it is use of child for sexual gratification. Rejecting the argument of controversial Kerala activist Rihanna Fatima that she published the video showing her children draw paintings on her naked body with the aim of imparting sex education, the High Court of Kerala on Friday dismissed her application seeking anticipatory bail. Calcutta High Court has observed that students shall neither be barred from accessing online classes nor prohibited from participating in online examinations till August 15. Court was hearing a writ petition demanding no students enrolled with the private unaided schools should be barred from accessing online classes or prohibited from participating in online examinations. There cannot be a straitjacket formula as to how a woman will react to an act of outrage by a male, remarked the Bombay High Court in an order granting bail to a 24-year-old rape accused. The remark was made by Justice Bharti Dangre while negating the insinuation of consent imputed by the applicant's counsel. He observed, and I quote, "There cannot be a straitjacket formula as to how a woman will react to an act of outrage by a male, since all women are born into different circumstances in life, go through different things and phases, experiences, and react differently, and necessarily each woman would turn out to be different from the other." The concept of consent of the victim, or as to what stage the consent was revoked, and the act of physical indulgence was attempted to be restrained is a matter of trial. The Guwahati High Court registered a suo motu public interest litigation on the issue of rising cases in Assam prisons. In its order, the court has acknowledged the fact that in various jails in the state of Assam, several COVID-19 positive cases have been detected. The bench highlighted that the present PIL, which has been registered suo motu, seeks indulgence of the court in view of the serious and grave situation in the jails in the state of Assam. Delhi High Court has held that 2019 amendment to Section 29A, timeline of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act, has retrospective effect from October 2015. In view thereof, the court held that Section 29A1 shall be applicable to all pending arbitrations seated in India as on August 30, 2019 and commenced after October 23, 2015. It further held that there is no strict timeline of 12 months prescribed to the proceedings, which are in nature of international commercial arbitrations as defined under the acts seated in India. Dubbing prosecution witnesses in the Babri Masjid demolition case as liars, veteran BJP leader Murali Manohar Joshi on Thursday asserted before a special CBI court that he was innocent and implicated in the case by the then Congress government at the centre. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next week. Don't forget to hit the like and share button.
Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Live Law.